Hi guys, welcome to the Transition Podcast. This week we're going to be recording an exclusive live clip of a session recorded in Taipei.
That's right, and we're going to interview a special guest called Wing, or in Chinese, Luo Wen-yu.
Who definitely is somebody that if you are interested in Mandarin music, you want to know this guy. We're also going to keep you up to speed on what Transition have been doing and some interesting developments from the Mandarin music scene.
That's right, and I'm Jesse. I'm recording in the UK at the moment.
And this is Josh, I'm based in Taipei.
We're a band called Transition, 前进乐团 in Chinese.
Yeah, that's right. We're a band, we write and record Mandarin music. We're part of the scene here, but also we're looking to connect a lot of you guys, be it in the UK, in the US or other countries who are learning Chinese particularly, with something of what's going on in the Mandarin music scene. Jess, I think you could mention what you were doing over the weekend.
Yeah, it was a really significant event. We had the singer Jay Chou, or Zhou Jielun, and he came to London to play in the O2, which is one of London's most iconic venues. And he sold it out 2 nights in 15 minutes. So it's pretty impressive. I was lucky enough to get a ticket and go and watch the show.
Wow. Oh, very cool. So what was it a good show?
Yeah, it was a fantastic show. I really enjoyed it. It was absolutely packed, obviously full of fans. I was in the real minority of English people. Actually, as I walked into the venue, the security said to me, don't you want to go and see the boxing next door? I said, no, I'm actually here to see Jay Chou. And so I went in and I had a great time. Jay played songs right from the early 2000s. He played some songs from then. Obviously, they've been reworked, really great versions of them. And then all the way through to his very latest songs, which he's got just so many hits, really, a huge back catalogue of hits. And the crowd was singing at lots of different moments. I really enjoyed it. At the end, they kind of have a karaoke thing where he lets people order songs. Whoever shouts the loudest gets to order a song and sing along with the band. So obviously I was shouting. Sadly, I didn't get to sing this time, or maybe luckily, whichever way you view it. But the promoters are our friends. So for them, I think it was absolutely huge. They've been bringing artists who are singing in Chinese to the UK for a long time now. Definitely a big night for them and a huge congratulations to them. Also, I can't imagine the amount of logistics that go into organising something like that. But yeah, it was brilliant.
Wow. Goodness. In that case, I mean, we talk a lot about, some ways through this podcast, what we want to do is connect up what's going on in the Mandarin music scene to folks in the West or in other places who are learning Chinese. Actually, there's a lot of connection going on in other ways, very tangibly. Funnily enough, Jess, while you were watching Jay play in London, it was only a few days earlier I was watching Ed Sheeran play in Taipei.
How was that? How was his show?
He put on a great show, a lot less extravagant than Jay, certainly. I mean, he just showed up with his guitar and his little loop pedal, and that was it.
Wow. So brave.
Yeah, they didn't have much going on in terms of stage pyrotechnics or something.
What venue was he playing in Taiwan?
He was playing in a stadium in Taoyuan, which is the city where the main airport is.
Wow.
So unfortunately, he didn't learn any Chinese words to say to the audience, but they picked up most of his English very well and sang along with almost all of the songs. So
incredible.
Yeah. So it's nice to see music going both ways, like that.
Yeah.
Going back a step though, talk about these top level artists venturing a lot more into Europe. Certainly that's what we've noticed in the UK. I remember around about 10 years ago, Transition, we got to know a singer called Wing, Luo Wen-yu, and we invited him to play with us together in a show in Bristol in the UK. And that was our own mini landmark. It was nothing on the scale of Jay playing in the O2, but Wing, I do believe, was the first Taiwanese artist to perform in Bristol, St George's Brandon Hill, and we put on an acoustic night with Transition and with Wing in St George's Brandon Hill, which is Bristol's best acoustic venue. A lot of BBC productions have been recorded there, but it was a landmark.
That's right.
Back when we did that, and it was great when we did that to see some of our British fans, Transition's British fans, really starting to get into Wing's music. Of course, at that time, our songs were all in English pretty much, and Wing's music was all in Mandarin. So it was kind of like a first window for a lot of people that we knew in Bristol into Mandarin music with Wing. And until this day, Wing is still making music, and some of those guys in Bristol are still following him. So I think that was quite a successful venture. But yeah, Jess, maybe you'd like to then talk a bit more about Wing currently, what he's achieved, and then we can launch into a little interview, which I'm excited to say I managed to have a chat with Wing about his new album, and in particular 2 of the new songs off his latest album.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, for us with Wing, we became friends, and neither of us could really speak each other's language. So Wing had some key words in English. He'd drop in every now and again in funny ways, like he'd say, amazing, amazing grace. And we always used to laugh.
Yeah, I think he picked a lot of stuff up from movies, didn't he? So, like you say, couldn't converse in a normal way in English, and at that time we couldn't quite converse in a normal way in Chinese either. But occasionally he might come up with something like "kick your ass" or like, what? Where's that come from? Some Hollywood film.
Yeah, and so we were trying to do the similar thing in Chinese of just using whatever words we had. But music is this amazing communication thing as well. Playing songs, we already speak the same language in terms of keys and chords and notes and melody and emotion. So for us to play St. George's in Bristol, introduce him to our fans, then there was the whole thing of us in Taiwan having this opportunity to write songs with him. I remember writing one song which got onto an album of his called 不一样的朋友, and it's a song about, like, it's called Different Friends. And I suppose in a way it's a little bit about us and him, about how we became friends despite all our differences.
That's right.
And then, the things that united us as well. And that particular song was on an album which it got nominated for a Golden Melody, which is one of the biggest awards that you can get.
One of the interesting things about Wing is that his first language is actually a language called Hakka, which is a different dialect of Chinese. So, of course, we talk about Mandarin a lot because that's the universal one, as it would be. That's like the official language that unites different people. But in terms of Chinese languages or Chinese dialects, there's actually quite a lot of different
there's loads.
I mean, most people in the UK would have heard Cantonese before because of the connection with Hong Kong. Mm-hmm. But Hakka is also another dialect of Chinese, and Wing is a Hakka person, and he speaks fluent Hakka, as well as Mandarin, obviously. But he actually made an album, a Hakka language album, a few years ago, which we were privileged to be able to work with him on to help to arrange. And I think, Jess, you did quite a lot on production on some of the songs as well. As well as, we all did some of the recording. And one of the exciting things was that album called 惊喜时刻, it was like, in English he called it Aha Moment. But it won a Golden Melody Award, which is the most prestigious music award that there is in the Mandarin music scene. So I remember watching, back in the UK at that time, watching on a live stream of this huge award ceremony, and him being announced as winning this, best Hakka album of the year, and giving a great big cheer. And then there was only me there with my laptop, but it was really significant. And he even mentioned us in his thank you, his kind of acceptance speech. And it felt like being on this journey of having, worked with Wing over a number of years and seen his music develop and our music develop, and we had all kind of grown and changed in many ways. But it felt like we had almost helped to push him up to that next level there. And certainly since he won that music award, he's moved into a whole load of other areas.
That's right.
Hosting a big TV show, and Wing is quite a name in the scene now.
Yeah.
But he also, as well as Hakka music, he makes a lot of Mandarin music. He always has, and he's just released a new Mandarin album. So Jess, maybe you could mention how we worked with him in this particular album, particularly recording 2 live songs for it.
Yeah, sure. Well, working with Wing is always a real pleasure. He's such a vibrant and lively and positive character, and he's very good at encouraging people as well. So we love working with him. We get on very well with him. And the studio we went to in Taipei was one of our favorite ones, actually. It's in a place called Banqiao. You've got loads of old kind of classic gear, a lot of analog type stuff for those of you who are into gear. We were doing this one acoustically, so we're using ribbon mics. We're trying to get a real authentic sound. And we had to really start to understand the song and start to not just understand it, but enter into the feeling of the song. So that playing with Wing, we could really communicate those emotions to everybody, even if you don't understand the lyrics. So I think it's enough of talking about it. Let's listen to the song, and let's also listen to your interview with Wing, which is coming up after that.
努力工作存款永远不够，心仪的对象也有对象咯，爱情与面包两者都落空，怎能不洒脱？单身狗跳着单人的迪斯科，日用指节操也占卡关节锁，那些碎念的就当作耳边风，管他的更努力，我挥霍我自由。不需要目标来一场放空假期，不必赶时间，每一天要自然醒。划船、滑水、滑雪就不要滑手机，享受美食，谁还管卡路里？躺在沙滩上，满天星空靠疗愈，下雨就痛痛快快淋一场雨，和自己独处，听听内心的声音，这感觉，呜呼呼，呜呼呼。Happy holiday! Come on, good job. Happy song.
Right, so I'm here in Taipei, and I'm extremely excited to be with my good friend, our good friend, Wing, Luo Wenyu. So, Wing, say hello to all the listeners around the world.
Oh, hello everyone. My name is Wing. I'm from Taiwan. I'm composer artist. Yeah. I'm English not really good. Yeah.
That's right. It's that's a great introduction. So yeah, really excited to be able to ask Wing a few questions and also get Wing to introduce some of his music, in particular 2 songs that we've recorded together.
Yeah.
So Wing, you've made new music recently. You've recently released a new album. I wonder if you could tell us a little bit of the inspiration, what the inspiration was behind 2 of the songs that we recorded together. One song is called 放空假期.
Yeah.
So can you explain something of what inspired you to write this song?
写这首歌的目的是因为发现现代人的生活压力都很大。
So the reason I wrote this song is because I found so many people who are working have got so much pressure in their lives, and I wanted to write a song for those guys that would help them relax.
工作压力也很大，然后想要去放假。
Those guys would love to go away on holiday. They work so hard, the pressure is so much, but they haven't got enough time to go away, and then the money that they save isn't enough either.
心声，然后可以有点让人幽默，但是却能够排解他们的。
So I used some quite funny lyrics to try and help touch those guys, and also when they hear the song, make them feel happy.
地方就是你觉得一个人可以独处，好好听听你内心的声音。
And going away on holiday isn't just about going everywhere all over the world. It's about just having that time where you have quality to be at peace with yourself and with your friends.
里面的歌词可以选一句话来教这些学生。你要选哪一句？
So which sentence would you like to teach anybody who's learning Chinese from your song?
不需要目标来一场放空假期。对，不需要目标。
Okay, 不需要目标. So 不需要 is you don't need, and 目标 is like a is like a goal or a target.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't need any reason. You don't need to be doing anything in particular.
Yeah. 不需要目标。
不需要目标. Okay.
对。
And then the line after that, 不需要目标，放空假期。
来一场放空假期。
Okay, 来一场, 来 is come. So 来一场 is like have a, and then after that, 放空假期。
对，放空假期就是一个，可是英文会有这样的一个
Actually, it's a little difficult to translate. So 来一场放空假期 is like have 放空假期 is the name of the song. 放空 is like emptying your mind. I think we could translate it as chilling out. Chill out, yeah. And 假期 is holiday. Yeah. So it's like have a chilled out holiday.
对，大概是这个意思。对，
不错，很好。So 不需要 you don't need 不需要目标。
对，不需要目标。
不需要目标。
来一场放空假期。
来一场放空假期。So you don't need to have a goal or a target. You just have a chilled out holiday. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks. Great.
Wow. Well, that was a really illuminating interview. Really nice to hear from Wing. And yeah.
Well, I hope you guys enjoy the song. If you want to see the video of the song in full, then it's on this very same YouTube channel, Transition Official, it's called 前进好东西 playlist. And look for the song with Wing. It's called 放空假期, taking a break, chilling out, having a holiday.
Let's have some more of that.
Don't forget the words that Wing taught from the song. 不需要目标 you don't need a goal. 来一个放空假期 take a break, have a chill out.
不需要目标放空假期
Great. Well, guys, thanks for listening. And also, we like to look at the comments that you guys post, not just on the podcast videos, but also on our music videos.
That's right.
And 263 Kiki a couple of days ago asked us to cover a song called 情非得已, which apparently is a super classic and great song. So
yes, I know that one.
That was when we covered Fang Datong's 好不容易. So we'll have to think about covering 情非得已 another time.
We'll see what we can do. Yeah, so thanks so much for listening. Like Josh said, we will be back again next week. We're uploading at the moment on Wednesdays, so look out for another episode of this Transition podcast. You can also head over to Wing's video channel on YouTube. It's Wing Lo, L-O. And yeah, you'll hear more of his music there. Great. All right, take care. 再见. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.